Hey peeps, we are back. We're talking The Real Housewives of Dubai, Season 1, Episode 13, The Reunion Part 1. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So at the very top of the reunion, before all the ladies have even come in and sat down, Naomi Campbell calls Andy and she books Ion for an upcoming fashion show. Ion will be walking in a fashion show with Naomi Campbell, or for Naomi Campbell. And of course, you know, Naomi is raving about Ion being the best thing on this show. And Stansberry is jealous, honey. She is turning green with envy. She is so pissed off because she truly believed that she was going to be that girl. Like the show was going to be all about Stansberry, but no ma'am. One thing I did want to bring up is, have you guys noticed the ratings for Dubai have been really bad? They've had some episodes where they didn't even crack 500,000 views. And I'm a little worried about this show because a lot of times, if you can't get the views, the show is canceled. So let's keep our fingers crossed that the second season of The Real Housewives of Dubai does better in the ratings. Now, I just have to say it one more time. I really cannot stand this outfit that Brooks is wearing. It is awful from head to toe. It really is. I don't understand how she can sit there with a straight face wearing that outfit. It was terrible. Ion making the comment that Brooks is wearing feathers because she knows that Ion likes to wear feathers was hilarious. Just let it go. Her feathers versus your feathers, two different things. Two different things.
So straight couples cannot kiss on the street?
Absolutely not. One of the biggest differences for me is the level of safety. Knowing that my child is going to go to school and come back in one piece is something that money can't buy.
Likewise, the safety, especially as a black woman raising black kids, you know, I don't have to worry about police. They don't really have guns, you know, and I think if America did better with the gun laws, because I lost my brother to gun violence as well, I think more lives would be saved.
Lisa, would you consider giving Stanberry some maternity wear?
Yes, absolutely. I'll give it to her and Sergio.
Oh.
When did he play soccer, Caroline? He's never played soccer in his life.
That he happened to be benched, meaning he never physically got out there on the field to play with.
Somebody used his Twitter to promote an R&B nightclub.
So you're saying he did not tweet those tweets?
Well, that's what he's saying. He was very apologetic. He
What
didn't
did you
apologize
say?
publicly, but he was apologetic.
What does Sergio do for a living? This is something I've been wondering too.
He works with me.
So who's paying for the house?
Both of us.
Both of you.
Yeah.
It's called sexual activity, and clearly you haven't had any in a long time.
I don't think he gets any. Like, he doesn't even know the shape of vagina and how babies come out. So I don't even know he's ever touched one.
I did find it interesting that no couples in Dubai are allowed to kiss publicly, or they will either be ticketed or arrested. That is crazy to me. You know, I am not huge on PDA, but if I see somebody having PDA on the street, it doesn't really bother me. I usually turn and look another direction because I don't want to infringe on their romantic moment, I guess. But according to Sarah and the rest of the ladies on the cast, you can hold hands, you just can't have other PDA out of respect for all religions in Dubai. And so I guess that makes me not really feel bad about it because they're not labeling saying that these couples can't have love in public, but others can. So I'm okay with that law. I don't think that it's necessarily hurtful, and it's not targeting people because they're saying that all couples cannot have PDA publicly. The section with Lisa and Brooks talking about the safety of their black children brought tears to my eyes. Here in town where I live, there has been quite a bit of unrest here. In the last year and a half, we had a black young man killed, shot in the back while holding a Subway footlong. And of course, the police were trying to say that they didn't know if he had a gun. Then we had a black man murdered holding a cell phone. And the police said that they thought it was a gun. And just here earlier this week, a young man who happens to be the son of a friend was killed with a vape pen. And they said, we thought it was a gun. I've been protesting this week, and that's another reason why this video is late. And this is another reason why my heart is heavy. I will also be out protesting later today, this Sunday. Our black children are not safe. They are not. And being a single mother of one child who happens to be a black man, who is a gentleman, who is kind, who has never had a speeding ticket. My son is an upstanding citizen who works hard, who is an honor student in school and in college. But he could possibly have a vape pen, a Subway sandwich, or a cell phone. And instead of the police waiting just a second to check to see what is going on, they could kill my child. And it's not because they thought it was a weapon, because he is black. So when they talk about moving to Dubai and knowing that their cops don't carry guns and that they have a lot of gun restrictions there and that their child is safe, I get it. And I cried because never do any parent, no parent, and I'm not saying that it's only black people that the police are killing. They are killing people of color. You know, we have seen multiple cases here in America where people who are not a person of color, they will do everything they can to de-escalate the situation when the person is holding a gun and they know it's a gun. But when you're black, you don't get that same privilege. That's all. If I could wrap my son in bubble wrap and hold him with me every day of the rest of his life to protect him, I would. No justice, no peace. If you don't like people of color, if you are afraid of people of color, you should not be a police officer. That's all. That's all. I'm sorry. I'm just emotional. This is a lot. Moving on. Barry mentions that in 2 years, she plans on getting pregnant and carrying the baby for her and Sergio. And at that point, she will be anywhere from 48 to 49 years old. And she's got the history of preeclampsia, which Andy made a very point of saying, he doesn't seem to care that you have a history of preeclampsia that could be really dangerous. I don't care. Sergio wants a baby or not. If she really wants to give him a child, which she says is not her number one priority, they should have a surrogate. And if she is concerned about the surrogate having to be in another country due to the fact that in Dubai you cannot have a surrogate, then that surrogate should either be in the same place as her parents so that her parents can keep an eye on the surrogate, or they should fly back and forth to see the surrogate from time to time. I don't think it's safe for Stansberry to carry a child this late in age due to the preeclampsia. If she had a perfect bill of health, then I would say go for it, give it a chance. But if they are telling you you are risking your life, I don't think it's a good idea. They also talked about how in Dubai you have to have a license that costs anywhere from $150 to $200 in order to purchase alcohol to have at your home. So not a regular driver's license like we use here in America. They have to get a special license to buy alcohol and have it in their home. And the fact that it's almost $200, my goodness. Andy asked Lisa, if Stansberry gets pregnant, will she give them any maternity clothes? And Lisa says, yes, she'll give them to her and Sergio. I laughed. And I thought about him wearing that watermelon strapped to his stomach and then melons around his chest and smiling and laughing and thinking that was cute. And then pretending that he was exhausted from being pregnant. This soccer situation cracks me the hell up. I thought about Ralph bragging about playing for Rutgers and never actually being out on the field. Yeah, no. I don't really think that you should do too much heavy bragging about playing for a soccer team that you never played in a game for. You were benched. I don't think that's something that you should brag heavily about. Would I brag about it a little? Yes, because I was actually drafted. I was picked. They wanted me. However, I don't know what happened, but I never got out on the field. I don't think I would be out bragging too much about that. The racist tweets, I call bullshit, okay? When Jen was on the Housewives of Salt Lake City and they called her out for her racist Facebook post, she said it wasn't her. The same way Sergio said it wasn't him. Give me a damn break. It was you, okay? And then Brooks caping for this dude. Why are you caping for him? This is a hell no. She said he apologized to her, but he didn't apologize publicly. No, Andy Cohen. This is where I say this is BS. If your racist tweet was public, your apology should be public too. Get on out there on Twitter and tweet you are sorry for using these kind of words. That's just disgusting to me. I agree with Andy. We all want to know where Sergio works, and I did detect plenty of damn lies. Okay. Sergio works for her. She's an influencer. What is he doing? Packing up all your free stuff? Get a real job. I don't believe that he is helping pay for that house, not one bit. Maybe he did a few day trades, but girl, bye. He didn't give you a big check. Cut the crap. I'm just going to leave Ion's comment about Sergio not even seeing a vagina. I'm just going to let it sit there because I don't know. I feel that relationship is fake and phony myself. I feel as if it is a contract marriage the way Ion called it. They don't look legit in my opinion. And Lisa being upset about Sergio's comments about her business, I understand that. I would be ticked off about that too. You should stay out of women's business, number one, Sergio. And number two, show your income. Where are your receipts? You don't need to worry about what this woman is doing. This is her business. And if she wants to promote her brand, she should be able to do it the same way every other housewife promotes their brand. Now, Brooke saying that the real reason that she left her husband had to do with him being not only verbally and mentally abusive, he was also physically abusive. Oh, hell no. Honey, listen, I am Team Brooks all day when it comes to this. You cannot be physically, mentally, or verbally abusive with me. I can't be with you, and I can't let my son be with you either, because you will just teach him how to be this kind of guy. And this guy is not who I'm raising. No, absolutely not. She said that she ran for her life from Serbia. Girl, you know that's dangerous as hell. She said that she reached out to her mother and her mother got her out of there and she left with nothing but her son and her baby bag. She says that she was completely shocked that her ex-husband wanted to film with her, and she's also completely shocked that it seems that he legitimately has changed his life, has accepted the Lord, and is trying to be a better person. I am so happy about that because that has to make life a lot easier when you're trying to co-parent. And being able to move forward is a good thing. But there is no way, no matter how much he says he has changed, that I would ever take him back. And I would never fully let my guard drop. I cannot. Do I accept your apology? Absolutely. Do I forget? Hell to the no. I will be I-spying you until the end of time.
I was in a very, very violent relationship. Verbally, physically, emotionally.
Well, she calls me 6 in the morning. Because
I think everybody has said.
Terrorize these people in the morning.
Why you wrote kind on my hand?
I was like, let me tattoo you, and I wrote kind. And
It would mean you were
You are kind.
You threatened me with a lawyer. Police cases in Dubai. You called me and said to me, I'm going to get a lawyer and I'm going to get police case on you.
I love how the two highlighters have a voice. But
What is a highlighter?
We highlight the whole cast.
At that moment when she called me, she was being a bitch. That's really reality. She was trying to make me feel bad. So she knew I wasn't invited.
I didn't know. I wanted to confirm.
She doesn't speak good English. She needs subtitles. She's an idiot. Now I have a 5-year-old brain.
To answer your question, yes, she's jealous.
No, jealous? Super.
No, we're actually really good friends.
From when? Last week?
I've Googled maternity wear, and she's certainly not listed, and her designs are designed by my friend.
90% of Mina Rose designs are all mine. The 10% we use outside creatives, which we have the license for each of those pieces.
Well,
Why hasn't she reached out
has
to me
she
legally?
tried to
Can run a successful business. I can teach you. Would stay clear of Mina Rowe, okay? Because I'm the only one sitting on this couch that actually has a business.
So my business isn't running?
What is your business,
What is
Nina?
your business?
My fruitcake business isn't running?
Do people eat fruitcake?
Obviously they do.
We did talk a little bit about Brooks and Nina's blow up and everything, and Brooks says that they are fine now. They have made up. Everything is good. It was just a misunderstanding. And if Sarah had any comments about her parenting now, things would not blow up that way. Sarah says that if the tables were turned, she would not have gotten angry, but she possibly would have pulled Brooks to the side and said, let's talk about this a little bit later. I think that I can understand both sides, but I don't understand how Brooks blew up at this woman like this. I thought that it was very rude and it was not okay. So hopefully going forward, they will have better communication. Now, Brooks admitting that as soon as she sees the butt crack of dawn, she starts calling people. I agree with Andy. You are terrorizing these people. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. You know, you don't have any business calling people. And in my life, if anybody calls me before 9 o'clock, you will get my voicemail every time. This does not make sense. You are not waking me up for this, especially if it's somebody who's not my mama. Now, my mama can call me anytime she wants, but anybody else, clear the line. Don't call me. I also have to call BS on Sarah. When Ion brings up that Sarah wrote the word kind on her hand, Sarah, Andy, Nina, Stansberry, they all tried to say that she wrote the word kind on Ion because she actually believed that Ion was kind. That is straight up BS. No ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. If you watched the episode, she was saying to Ion that she needed to be more kind and that she could be like her. No way in hell were you telling that woman that you already thought that she was kind. So that's a bunch of BS. That's revisionist history. No, ma'am, you trying to rewrite what we saw. And I agree with Lisa when she said, actions speak louder than words. You can't keep saying that you love her, but then your actions show you do not love her. You do not like her. That's a bunch of crap. I don't know what all this is about, but I do believe Ion when she says that Sarah threatened to sue her. First of all, I would like to say that you can clearly see the tone of this reunion. You can see that Stansberry, Nina, Brooks, and Sarah all got together to discuss how they were going to react on this reunion and what narrative they were going to push. And you could also tell that the girls are jealous. The girls are very jealous of Lisa and Ion's fame and success on this show. So back to Sarah and this lawsuit. I believe Ion 100% because at one point when Caroline got upset with Ion, she went out on Twitter and she tweeted, "This bitch wants to talk shit in interviews. Whoa, you're swimming in dangerous waters, my dear. Aren't you the same bozo who begged Sarah not to sue you so you wouldn't land in a UAE prison for your lies? Play with me if you want to. I have something for you." So at some point, Sarah was trying to sue or threatening to sue or have Ion arrested for saying that she was preachy and judgmental. So I believe that. And that makes me side-eye the hell out of Sarah. Miss I am good 95% of the time. Brooks making the comments to Lisa that Ion shouldn't be on the show because people wouldn't understand her and because she has a maturity level of a 5-year-old, that's real crazy to me. That says I am jealous that Ion is going to steal my spotlight. Ion speaks multiple languages. She has a business. She has a successful marriage, and she's a really good mom. And she also speaks English, even if she doesn't understand every word. That is weird to me. Brooks is coming off as a hater for real. And as far as I'm concerned, team highlighter all day. You want to call both of them highlighters? I agree with Lisa's statement. Those two highlighted this season. That whole "do you need a cookie" thing, and she said, yes, my blood pressure is low. I laughed so hard. I thought she might have been thinking that her blood sugar level was low, but anyway, it was funny no matter how you spin it. Brooks can say whatever it is she wants to say. The truth is she is absolutely 100% jealous of Lisa and Ayan's friendship. And also, if Stansberry's friend is making designs and Lisa is allegedly stealing them, why in the hell hasn't she sued Lisa? Why hasn't she sent Lisa a cease and desist or anything? You know, stop using my designs. And after this, if I was Lisa, I would sue that lady. Absolutely. Lisa does not need to steal your designs, ma'am. To me, the biggest surprise of this whole episode was finding out the fruitcake business. You know, and I'm sorry with Ayan, who is buying these fruitcakes? And are they like the traditional fruitcakes, the ones that come in the can that last, you know, for 6 years out on the shelf? Or is it some kind of fancy fruitcake? I don't know, but no thank you. Well, one thing I can say is this season, Brooks did launch her glass house spa, and she says that she's already working on her second location. Ayan has a makeup line. Lisa's maternity line has become a household name now, and she's even got her Miss Goat merchandise. Nina has a fruitcake business. You know, fruitcake is lucrative, I guess. And we are still waiting on She by Sheree. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.